Sky Bet Super Week is back and it's super size.
10 days of bigger and better offers from the 26th of December to the 4th of January.
Covering the biggest sporting events throughout the festive period.
Head over to the Sky Bet app to get involved. It's going to be absolutely massive.
18 plus terms and conditions apply. BeGambleAware.org.
Yeah, Arsenal didn't play their game midweek. And you look at the fixtures that Arsenal have got. If they want to win the League Cup, God, squeaky bum time for them lot. They have to get past the likes of Manchester City, Newcastle, Chelsea to win it. Like, if you win the League Cup, it gives you massive momentum going into the rest of the season. I think Arsenal have to win this League Cup. If they beat Palace, which I think they will, who's their game against? Newcastle.
Chelsea versus Arsenal in the or Palace and Newcastle versus. It's a strong draw, isn't it?
It's amazing, but
You got the FA Cup holders, you got the League Cup holders, you got Chelsea, City, and Arsenal.
But if Arsenal get past Chelsea and then they beat, Newcastle will be desperate to retain that as well. That gives Arsenal so much momentum. But there'll be Arsenal fans genuinely thinking we should throw this cup competition against Palace. We'll throw it against Chelsea because of fatigue and rotating Calafiori, etc.
Mate, I think that. I honestly, I think Arsenal, they won't like this, and it's not a mentality that I usually adopt. Obviously, I usually like silverware. I think silverware's a be-all and end-all, right? But this very particular occasion, Arsenal could win the league. It's not often that they can, but they could. And on some level, they probably should. They do have the best team in the league. They definitely have the best squad in the league. They are top of the league. They don't need the distraction of a League Cup semi-final coming to Stamford Bridge for a really intense London derby where they might lose, they might win, but they could lose. Injuries, distractions, suspensions. I honestly think that they should just focus entirely on the two pieces of silverware. Like, I don't think they need the FA Cup. I don't think they need.
I find it surprising that's your opinion because
they're not
of Mourinho's. No, but I know they're not. They haven't got the.
They're not you.
They haven't
They're
got the
not
experience.
City.
They have got the money they've spent in the squad. These guys aren't Leicester City. Like, if you said that about Leicester City when they were going top of the table and they were trying to win the only league title they're going to win in their lives.
I've got a reason.
Right.
I've got a logic.
This is Arsenal Football Club. This isn't Blackburn Rovers in 1995 fluking a league title. Whatever going up against United. This is Arsenal Football Club.
I've got a logic.
Can
I present the logic to you and you tell me if it's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why they could win the league, right, is because of where they sit. They've got themselves into a privileged situation. I think Arsenal fans will agree with this. If City end up top of the league at any point this season, if City get over the top of them, they won't catch Guardiola. Guardiola, if he's in the driving seat, Guardiola leading the way, they're not catching him. They need to maintain where they are. They're going to have a week where they don't play Premier League football, where Man City will win a game and go ahead of them. They're going to have, mate, they don't need to come to Stamford Bridge and then for Chelsea to go there. Like, we're going to make it a massive game because it's massive for us.
But they've had this mentality for years. And top-level managers do not have that mentality. Jose Mourinho, his first piece of silverware was with you lot.
Right.
Yes, I know he spent a fortune, but so have Arsenal.
No, but we were in a different situation.
What's different?
Mourinho's a different manager. Mourinho.
Why? But
because
why is it?
Mourinho is title hungry.
Lampard was ready to go win his first league title in his career. John Terry was ready to go. He'd never won a league title. Same with Cech and all these guys. Arsenal are where you were before you won the league title.
I don't think they are.
Gabriel's ready.
I don't think they are.
They're not 18-year-olds.
Jose Mourinho.
They're 27-year-old lads ready to win the league title.
You're comparing Jose Mourinho in 04-05 to Mikel Arteta.
That's who he has to be.
No.
You have to aim to be that guy.
Jose Mourinho came in off the back of winning a European Cup and winning countless trophies before that. He was just a trophy-hungry, greedy trophy manager. Mikel Arteta isn't that. He can't think, I'll tell you what we're going to do this year, lads. We're going to win the League Cup and the League and the Champions League. He's not that. They've won one trophy under him in 6 years.
Yeah, and
you think suddenly they do a double?
So important.
Suddenly they do a treble.
They're more than good enough. A lot of Arsenal fans would think they're good enough to win a double this season.
Mate, I think the last thing in the world they need is a distraction.
I know what you're trying to say. If it's the Europa League, which I don't rate, or the Conference League, then I think
what about
you're
the League
completely
Cup?
right.
You don't have a huge...
But the League Cup gives you a lovely appetizer. It's early in the season. It's at Wembley. It's against either Newcastle, Manchester City. It gives you a massive advantage.
Listen,
Arsenal
I would love
gain
us
more
to win.
winning the. It's only, by the way, it's not 30 games to win the League Cup.
They've got far bigger things on their plate.
What do you mean by that? By not focusing, do you mean rotate a few players and keep everyone sharp for the Premier League? Because I think you're right about that.
No, I mean rotate 100%.
They should be bringing in Max Dowman and Kepa and all these guys.
Yeah, I think that.
But also,
But they gain more from winning.
Weren't you just saying earlier that they're the favourites because they have the best squad?
They're the favourites for the league because they have the best
So
squad.
then utilise that squad and win some cups.
No, they're going to have to utilise their squad in the league. They're going to have to make full use of their squad in the league.
It's only 3
It's
games.
not only do they have the players to win the League Cup, they do. Of course they do. I'm saying that they don't need the distraction. They don't need
It's
to be...
a good
But
distraction,
it's
man.
3 games.
Let's see-
I know
let's see what people
it's
are
early
saying.
in the season, but it's 3 games to win a League Cup. The mentality gain from winning a cup at Wembley in front of Guardiola, potentially, would be more than the legs, the energy in the legs saved for 3 games.
Basically, do you agree with this? They are far more likely to drop points on the Saturday after they've been to Stamford Bridge for a night game in a semi-final on the Wednesday.
But I'd add to that, they're more likely to win 5, 6, 7 in a row after beating Manchester City in a cup final where they get unbelievable mentality. They're playing through their skin, a little bit less time on the training ground, maybe risk of more injury. Gabriel lifting a cup, Guardiola's there, distraught. Look at Palace. Palace went on to strength after winning the FA Cup.
Yeah, but
This is Arsenal Football Club. They've got to
what-
be looking to win doubles.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying that Arsenal need to win a league title. I'm saying that their chances of winning a league title is amplified by getting out the League Cup and the FA Cup as soon as
I
possible.
disagree. I don't think it is.
That's
I know what
where-
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Fundamentally, they're here. Then
If
we
it's
just
Arsenal
disagree.
5 years ago where Rob Holding's coming in, they've spent.
Do you at least agree with this? If they're playing Chelsea home and away in a semi-final, they're going to have a game before Chelsea in the league, then have a game after Chelsea in the league.
Yeah.
Also, remember that the Champions League will be kicking off around the same time, right? So you're going to have Champions League football. You're going to have semi-finals against
Throw
Chelsea.
those games because some of those games are completely irrelevant now. Some of the back end league phase Champions League games.
Yeah.
Throw some of them. Play Nwaneri. I remember Nwaneri playing against Girona. But if they lose to Chelsea, it's going to implode. It's going to implode. It's way worse for their league.
But they
form
don't
than
need to
beating
even
Chelsea.
play Chelsea, is what I'm saying.
If Chelsea take it half serious, beat them. They lost 4-0 on aggregate to Newcastle at this stage of the season last season. And Newcastle had
No,
a better
Booth,
season.
what I'm saying is they don't even need to play Chelsea. They can go out before they have to worry about Chelsea.
They play you next.
They
No,
lose,
they haven't
lose
got
at
You're
home.
saying Palace.
Yeah.
They lose at home against Palace. Their fans booed them off the pitch.
Depending on what team, they don't boo Max Dowman off the pitch. Thank you. They don't boo Max Dowman off the pitch. They don't boo Ethan Nwaneri off the pitch. They don't boo Kepa Arrizabalaga off the pitch.
Sorry, guys. This is so
Lads, it's really amateur.
This
Brilliant
is Arsenal
Christmas.
Football Club, Roars. Come on. Why did Newcastle take it seriously when these
Because
bastards
they
them
couldn't.
last season?
Because they haven't finished.
They were looking for the Champions League.
They hadn't finished second in a Premier League title race 3 years running, having spent a fortune, having assembled the best squad in the league.
It's
They
the
hadn't
scared
won.
mentality that
Newcastle
stopped them
had to
winning
win
the
it.
title.
Newcastle hadn't won a trophy for 70 years. Arsenal can win the Premier League this year. I think their chances of winning the Premier League is hampered by going far in that competition. You don't, which is I guess we just
I love the League
we agree.
Cup.
And also, Booth, 90%, if not more, agree with you.
I love the League Cup.
So do I, mate. I'm desperate for Chelsea.
I'm not
to
saying
win
you
it.
don't like it, but
I
what
just
I'm
think
saying
Arsenal.
but Arteta should love the League Cup. Arteta should learn how to win.
Let me
some
tell you.
trophies
Let me
with
tell
this
you a
squad.
scenario, right? Let me tell you a scenario. They beat Palace. They then play Chelsea. The Saturday after playing Chelsea, they play someone fairly insignificant in the Premier League at home. They get beat because Declan Rice has picked up an injury at Stamford Bridge. Suddenly, everyone's going to go, "Sod the League Cup. What are we doing? We should have gone out of that at Mark 1."
Maybe also fans are saying actually that you're saying the wrong players because we're talking about the likes of Rice and I said Gabriel. Maybe they beat you and they can rotate. And not to wind you up, but they're more than good enough to beat you.
Do you know what? What I'm saying is, though, they can achieve something bigger than a League Cup. And their chances of achieving the bigger prize that, let's face it, Arsenal Football Club need. They haven't won a title for 22 years. The chances of them winning the league will be hampered by games in the League Cup.
I think they
by
get
games
they
in the
get a
FA Cup.
10% boost if they win the League Cup versus losing anything out of it, even if they get injuries. So I think you get a boost. You're playing through your skin. You got adrenaline. You think you're a champion. You've lifted something at Wembley, and it will be against Eddie Howe, against Guardiola. God, they'd gain.
Imagine dropping points, then getting beat in the final. Like, ultimately, you're going to play Man City in the final. You probably get beat anyway.
Well, yeah, but I think they'll get beat in the title race anyway. So you might as well go for the League Cup. They might as well. City haven't been to a final for years. City haven't
you
been
can
to a
lay a
semi-final
marker
for 4
down.
years.
If it is City in the final, you can lay a marker down
Yeah.
and beat them.
But Arsenal have lost to
It's
City
the
in a League Cup
performance.
final when this must have been in the Centurion season. Like, so they got bad blood.
Yeah, they beat you. I remember that. They scored for them. Someone weird.
No, we scored against them
Okay.
in the FA Cup. You're talking about?
No, in the semi-final.
No,
You played them in a semi-final. I'm sure.
of a League Cup.
No,
No, it was an FA Cup.
FA Cup
No,
at
FA
Wembley.
Cup. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, it was
Who-
Aubameyang scored, I think.
Aubameyang, yeah.
Maybe
someone-
Mustafi scored or
Yeah, someone.
Monreal. Monreal scored. I was there.
Yeah, I
with
knew it was someone weird anyway.
You were there with who?
Troops.
One person. What?
I watched it with Troops.
Were you?
Yeah.
What, do you and Troops just hang out?
No, we were making content, mate.
Oh, right. Do you ever like hang out now?
What, Troops?
Yeah.
No, I've not seen him in ages.
Phone him
So
up.
what was the
I'm
deal?
not calling him.
What was the deal with you and Troop? You sat together
Yeah, just
during the
watching
game?
a game of football like
Where
we're
were you
doing
sat?
right now.
Arsenal fans.
Wembley.
I know where the game took place, mate.
I don't know what.
Is that Club Wembley?
You must have been
not Club Wembley.
some corporate area.
It wasn't corporate.
Or were you in the Arsenal end?
No, we were in it was like a neutral, non-corporate end.
They're right.
They're right. Yeah, it's corporate. That means you're in a corporate
You're in
end.
corporate end.
But
He's in a
we weren't
corporate
box.
man.
We were in a box.
You sold out.
We were in a box.
No, but you were
sold
in a
out.
padded seat and
No,
you
it
had
wasn't padded.
food before
It
the
wasn't
game.
padded. It was quite a hard seat, a hard plastic seat.
Well, there's no such thing as a neutral end. So you're either
There
in
is
the
a neutral bit in
the
Wembley.
Arsenal end, the corporate end, or the City end. Just admit you're in the
There's
corporate
a
end. mate.
non-box corporate part of the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you were in
Yeah,
Club
Wembley.
Wembley.
They're not heated seats.
No,
No
but
one
Club
said that.
Wembley.
No,
You
you're
said-
the
you said
first person to bring
said-
up heated
You
seats.
said they were padded
I
seats.
said potentially padded
You were
seats.
in Club
said
Wembley. You were in
potentially
Club
padded.
Wembley
I said
because
they're
you're a
not-
sellout.
I said they're like kids' seats, like little hard little stools you have at primary school.
You're in the Royal Box
What, at Wimbledon?
at Wembley.
I'd love that. Is there a Royal Box at
Of
Wembley?
course there is.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
there
of
is.
course.
Well, you know when you sing Abide With Me
I
for the
thought
FA Cup
you
final?
meant Wimbledon. That'd be great.